Armed and dangerous. The FBI says the number of crooks swiping cash from banks across the region is on the rise. And Focus reporter Catherine Hawley has more on this very dangerous and disturbing trend.
It was a terrifying ordeal last month. A robber walked into this Wells Fargo bank in Arbutus, pulled out a pistol, and ordered everyone to the ground.
Customers and employees are scared to death because they've got a man in the lobby of the bank with a handgun that he's pointing at everyone.
One by one, the man goes down the line of tellers demanding cash and giving surveillance cameras the chance to capture clear images of his face. Authorities are still looking for the crook, another suspect added to an ever-growing list. The Baltimore area ranks among the highest in the country for bank robberies. Financial institutions have always been a target in this region, but over the last few years, the numbers have spiked. Special Agent Patrick Dugan is the FBI's bank robbery coordinator in Baltimore. He says in the first 38 days of this year, 20 banks have already been hit.
Based upon our recent history, that's a pretty big increase in robberies.
Dugan is a member of the Baltimore FBI Violent Crimes Task Force. The partnership investigated 82 bank heists across Charm City, Baltimore, and Howard counties last year. That's up from just 25 bank robberies in 2015. An alarming upswing, and there are clear trends. A majority of these bandits show or threaten they have a gun, and most don't stop with just one holdup.
The difference between someone that does one bank robbery and someone that does 15 bank robberies is that the person that did one had a bad day and got caught right away.
And that plays into the jump in crimes. Dugan says another factor is convicted bank robbers getting out of lockup and falling into old habits. Remember the so-called winter hat robber? He was locked up on federal bank robbery charges, and just a few years after doing that time was back in the game. Harrison Lewis III was nabbed last week after a 2-month stealing spree where he robbed at least 11 banks.
They don't stop until they get caught.
Some of these thieves do the heist to feed a drug habit, but that's not always the case.
We have others that like the thrill of committing a robbery, like the thrill and the power of having a gun in their hand and being able to take something from someone else, and those people are really dangerous.
Now, we just got off the phone with the FBI, and we have learned that the person wanted in that Wells Fargo heist has been arrested in Florida. He's also suspected of bank robberies in New Jersey, Ohio, and Iowa.